Hey guys, I'm live. Yay! How are you? How is everyone? Today is a very special day because this evening it's going to be evening in Japan, but even for you guys on the 7th of March, Saturn enters Pisces, and those of you who have Saturn in your Pisces, which would be people like around my age as well, and people who are like 12 years, not 12 years, 30 years older than me, would be having your Saturn return. It's going to be your first day, so good luck to you guys. I'm so pleased that I've been through it now and it's come to the end, and I basically, from my own experience, my Saturn return, I realized my weaknesses, like what I need to work on, what are the things that, I'm lacking in a way. And yeah, I'm just so excited for the next chapter of my life. I have to be stronger. And the topic that I really wanted to discuss in this live stream, which I'm sure if you've seen the title, you'll know, but people pleasing, guys. That's one of the biggest things that I learned that I need to work on in this for the next 30 years is people pleasing. Like how bad that really is. And it doesn't benefit anybody. It doesn't benefit me, but it also doesn't benefit the other person or other people, and it's just a coping mechanism that people develop, not just me but like anybody can develop it through because due to trauma or due to just being very sensitive to other people's emotions. And we can't be responsible for other people's reactions, and it's a learned behavior. How I'm sure you guys would have probably heard, if you are coming onto this channel, I'm sure we're very similar in that way, that we are very sensitive people, and as sensitive souls, as sensitive humans, we probably, I'm sure you have heard of fight or flight. And then there's another one called fight, flight, and freeze response. And there's another one, which is the one I'm going to mention, which is apparently called the fawning response, where if we are in a traumatic situation, we kind of try to please the abuser, and I don't know why I'm putting that in air quotes, but yeah, it's like we tend to please the person that is hurting us in order to protect ourselves. It's a protection mechanism that some people develop, and it's something that we have to recognize, because if we don't, we're going to use that for the rest of our lives, where whenever we're in a difficult situation or in a situation where we have conflict with somebody, we might try to please them, but that actually, that doesn't help, because ultimately we're sacrificing ourselves, we're sacrificing our own happiness in by doing so, so that's the thing that I'm really learning I need to work on in the next 30 years, with until my next Saturn return, which is probably going to be when I'm around 58 years old or something like that. So yeah, that's the scoop for today. And but what I really want to talk about next, probably in the next live stream, which I'm going to have to research for the next time I do this, but is that yes, okay, now we know that fawning doesn't work. it doesn't help us. It means that we're sacrificing ourselves and our happiness. But now, like for the next one, I really want to talk about like how we can deal with that. And probably it's just, my guess is that we have to do the opposite thing, where we have to stand up for ourselves, even if it's scary, even if it's difficult. We have to do the thing that it's the opposite to what we've learned. Basically, it's a learned behavior. So it's like we have to do the opposite thing, where instead of I'm really distracted, sorry. Instead of like caving in to the situation, or whatever that's triggering us to do that kind of, for example, you might be in a situation where you'll have to disappoint somebody because you can't deliver whatever it is that they're asking you to do, and it's just really difficult, and we might be in a situation where we have to stand up for ourselves, even if it means that we're gonna have to disappoint somebody. So that's the thing. Like, we have to relearn a different behavior. There's no way that we can do anything different unless we do something different. We can't have a different outcome unless we change our own behaviors. So that's the story for today. And yeah, what can we talk about today? Okay, well, it's Monday for most of you guys, so I'm thinking about probably doing a new card thing. Let's pull some cards because I love doing it. And I love this deck. I think it's called the Archetypal Tarot. Tarot of the Archetypes. Archetype Tarot, whatever. But yeah, like I used to not like this deck, but like right now, recently I've been using it non-stop. But so what message do we have? Let's do just one for now. For people, oh, I know. Okay, my guides are talking about. I titled the live stream "People Pleasing" for a reason. And they're saying they're going to give advice for those of us who are people pleasing. What is the first step? Okay, what is the first step we can take in the direction of of undoing our people pleasing behavior? What is something that we can do as our first step? Or just like a message. Let's just ask for a message. 5 of Cups. Okay, so this is a card of disappointment. And they're saying it's okay to disappoint people, and know that it's okay to disappoint people. Okay, they're also saying like don't be hard on yourself for having gone through that experience of pleasing other people. That's a learning experience in itself. So don't be hard on yourself. Love yourself and understand that you did exactly what you thought you had to do at the time that you did it. For example, like the behavior of fawning is formed in our childhoods because it comes from our traumas and being traumatized, and it's just a learned behavior. So it's okay to have done that. It's okay to have been a child who didn't know what else to do, because they had we had nothing else that we could have done. It's just a way that we survived our experience through fawning. And yeah, that's the first message. The second message I got from this card, the message that we got from this card, is that it's okay to disappoint people. It's okay to say no. That the 5 of Cups, the very like basic, on the basic level, on the picture you see this, and on the the traditional tarot card you see this, where you have 5 cups and there are 3 cups that are like fallen down already, whereas there are 2 cups still standing. So even if you disappoint other people, like, it's okay, because they still have these 2 cups, and it's not the end of the world. They haven't lost everything just because you didn't get to deliver deliver, you know. So they're saying like, know that it's okay to disappoint other people. You're allowed to do that, you know. You're not responsible for other people's reactions. Okay, that's a very big message. That was very channeled. Like, I didn't think of that before. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay to disappoint people, because you can never control people's reactions. That's just their way of dealing with whatever they're going through. You know, it's not something that you can control. It's not your responsibility to take care of other people's emotions. We are all responsible for our own well-being first and foremost, you know, and that's a very big message for us. So I was thinking, talking about this stuff, like how we can deal as people pleasers, how we can like navigate that. And my guides are really just talking very clearly and very loudly that the biggest thing that we need to know is that we are never responsible for other people's reactions. We are never responsible for other people's behaviors. We are all gonna act the way we want to act whenever we want to act. So like, if we're carrying other people's shit, for a want of a better word, it's just gonna be so heavy, and it's not even our thing. Like, that's not even our responsibility. So it's just a very and we're not talking about, because my guides are saying, we're not talking about being horrible to people. No, like, we don't have to necessarily be mean. We just have to realize that whenever we are prioritizing other people's emotions over our own, then we have to be conscious of that and recognize it. That's the first step. The first step is to notice. Okay, let's say notice. To notice that you're doing that. Once you notice that you are prioritizing other people's emotions before your own, then you're already halfway there. All you need to do is to change your behavior. That's the second half. That's it. Yeah, so hopefully that helps. Isn't it interesting how, like, if I stop thinking, more words come out, and I'm like gobsmacked at the stuff that's coming through from guides, from the guides. But yeah, I'm doing readings still, like free readings on these lives if you have any questions. But if not, I'm just gonna be channeling message, and hopefully I noticed that there are a lot of people who, even though, like, some of us can't make it to the actual time, to the live stream, I noticed that there are people who watch the replay, watch the videos on the replay. So thank you so much. And if there's anybody who's watching and you're not commenting, I notice you, and I thank you for coming and visiting these lives, because even if you say nothing, your participation is it participation in these lives is greatly appreciated. I know that there are silent watchers, and that's okay, because I totally understand. But okay, so what else do my guides want to talk about? Okay, so they're saying relax. Okay, I'm sure they're telling me as well. But if they're saying it right now, I'm sure there are people who come onto these lives who are who find it very difficult to relax, because I'm like that, and I'm sure I'm attracting very similar energies. So gosh, so yeah, they're saying relax. It's okay to not do anything. If you're a people pleaser, I'm sure you're like, you tend to think about other people's things, like other people's problems, and trying to figure out how to solve other people's problems, but we can't do that, especially if we're very, I just got back from dinner. Hi, silly rabbit, nice to see you. Especially if we are like empathic towards other people's emotions, and I'm sure there are a lot of empaths who want to help, but we have to sometimes, or we have to always, at all times, as much as possible, because we can't always be like this, but as much as possible we have to try to relax, and we have to let the universe do its thing, because we can't always be responsible for other people's stuff, because they have their lessons to learn, and as long as we're there like trying to help them all the time, they're not going to learn, their souls are not going to learn from the experiences, even if it's negative. And you know what, the negative experiences are what helps us grow more than the positive ones. Hi Cardi BB, nice to see you. That's definitely that fine line between helping others and forgetting ourselves in the process. Yes, you've nailed it, silly rabbit. That's exactly what it is. It's like, are we sacrificing our happiness, and are we in pain in the process of trying to help people, And it's difficult. There is that fine line, because I think there's a lot of people who want to help, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure that there are so many people, and there are 4 people watching now this live, and I'm sure that all 4 of you guys have that tendency of wanting to help people, wanting to have the best for people, but we're only one human and we can't be there for every single person 24 hours a day, 365 days a week. That's just going to completely drain us. And especially if you're sensitive, especially if you tend to feel other people's, and you're like taking it on, and you're like incomplete, you're like half a human, because half of you is already like dedicated to everybody else, and then you're not even completely whole. And then how are you going to help people with that, with that kind of that kind of body and that kind of soul? Like, even you're not even totally yourself. I do, but then I'm like, that's tiring, let me not. Yeah, that's really important. It's really important, as mentioned by Silly Rabbit, it's really important to notice when you're doing it, because once you notice it, you've already done half of the work. It's when you're not noticing it, and you're like completely drained, and you're like doing this and doing that and helping this person, helping that person, and then you're like everywhere, but you're never inside of your body. Your soul is everywhere else, but you're not here. Hi, Asga, is that your name? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see some new names here. Yeah, thanks so much for joining. I'm so glad to have everybody here. So yeah, I'm so happy. We have 6 people watching now, so that's really great. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this live. But yeah, like I'm sure that there are so many people out there who struggle with this, because that's part of what we're here to learn, is to know ourselves better, and we learn who we are, and what's good for us and what's not good for us through our interactions with people. And like my recent experience with people pleasing taught me that it doesn't work. People pleasing never works. Even if you do it for 5 seconds, it doesn't work. It doesn't help me, and it doesn't help the other person. I'm sure that I don't want to go into too much detail, because it like concerns other people, but like, yeah, it just made it very clear that it doesn't, if anything, it just drains us. and it's a coping mechanism, which means that it was developed because of trauma. So yeah, that's what it is. Okay. But yeah, thank you so much. If you guys have any like tips and tricks in how to deal with people pleasing or how to get out of that behavior, then please feel free. And I know that there's somebody here who is a therapist. I'm not going to say who unless you want to say it yourself. But yeah, I know that there's a therapist here. So if you have any tips and tricks, and I'm sure, like, I don't know, it's just a guess, but like as a therapist, your job, I'm sure, is to listen to other people's problems. And doesn't that drain you? I mean, I admire you so much for doing that kind of profession, but like if you're sensitive as well, like how do you navigate that? How do you navigate that kind of, yes, it does, lol. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Like, I don't know how you navigate doing that. I'm outing myself. Yeah. Yeah, you did, silly rabbit. Yeah, like I've always wondered like how you navigate that kind of, like, as a therapist, how do you create that kind of boundary, but also, like, I don't know, like, you kind of have to be able to empathize with others, right, in order to become a therapist, because if you're completely numb to other people's pain, then how do you even do it, you know? So there's a fine line. And confirm that I was clairsentient because I worked as a therapist and started noticing odd things such as, oh, interesting. Tell us more. I really want to know. I'm so glad you're here, silly rabbit. I'm so glad everyone's here. Isn't this such a fun discussion? I find this so interesting. Such as feeling random physical impressions. Oh gosh, knowing info about patients without reading their folder. Oh my goodness, that's claircognizance and clairsentience. Feeling physical pain, physical impressions. Wow, that's like so interesting. So this is the thing, guys. Like, I'm talking about, I've been talking about, oh my gosh, like we have to notice our patterns and our traumas and stuff. But then now, because of what I read about what Silly Rabbit's saying, we can actually use our sensitivities to our advantage, I guess. A little bit of telepathy, lol, too. Wow, that's amazing. That's really cool. Yeah. So, maybe there's like a way, like, because the thing is, these are gifts, our sensitivities, and to other people's feelings and their emotions. If we use it correctly, we can use it as gifts, right? Like how Silly Rabbit's doing it. Like, she's doing it. She's clairsentient and therapist, telepathy. So yeah, claircognizant. I'm not sure what the clairs are, but like it shows that we can't, rather than trying to like delete it or erase our sensitivities, because we can't, because it's just what we have. We're born with it, and there are a lot of us who have that. But yeah, like, rather than trying to get rid of it, maybe we can use it to our advantage. That's the way to do it, I manage it by focusing more on healing myself, as in, how come I'm susceptible to giving so much? Okay. Without boundaries. So I started focusing on learning about limit setting, tending to mind, body, soul balance. I see. So So I think Silly Rabbit, please correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like are you talking about like just being mindful, like being mindful of yourself and of what you're feeling. So basically it's like grounding, isn't it? It's like being mindful of you. That's so important. That's really important. I feel like that probably helps with being in touch with yourself and you rather than how, you know, empaths are like tend to spread out our energies to everybody else and everything else. So basically doing the opposite of what we tend to do, you know, basically doing the opposite thing. So that's really cool. That's really good. Yeah, yes, you said yes. Okay. So that's really cool. Thank you for your advice. I needed that because I find it really hard to do that. Yeah, bringing your energy back to yourself. How, gosh, like, it's so important to do that. Yeah. Because, yeah, and thank you for your advice, like for your comment, because some of us, a lot of us, because, you know, we're sensitive and, you know, our energies are like going 100 miles an hour, it's difficult to just, you know, people just say meditate, meditate, meditate. But like, for a lot of us, especially if we're like sensitive, it's hard to do that. It's hard to not just sit and just focus on ourselves or whatever. But how Silly Rabbits put it, it's just like questioning, right? How come I'm susceptible to giving so much without, so like noticing that we're doing that, noticing that we're giving so much to other people, like even noticing that at that moment when we're doing it. That's so important. Okay, 1, work on self-awareness. Yes, self-awareness, that's the word. 2, identifying problems. 3, set up a plan for problem solving. Okay, setting up a plan, that's cool. Number 4, take action. Yes, that's really important. 5, continue to take breaks. Yeah, and move forward no matter what. That's really cool. This is a process I usually do. Thank you so much. I'm sure that you've helped a lot of people with your comment, with your advice. You know, like we want to have step-by-step guides for how we need to navigate this, you know, like rather than just like, you know, if you're tired, just meditate, or if you tend to be all over the place, just meditate. Like that doesn't help. But like your step-by-step guide is a lot more helpful. So thank you. This is the process I usually do. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Thank you so much. Does anybody want a reading, by the way? I definitely need to work on more meditating. Yeah, meditating is important. That's why it's a cliche for a reason, right? It's a cliche for a reason, but at the same time, there's that thing of like, okay, like you can say meditate 100 times, but for a lot of empaths, it's hard to do that. It's hard to just be quiet and sit there and not think, you know. So there's always that balance. We do want to meditate. I definitely don't want to bash meditation because it's very important. But yeah. Anyway, hi Eureka. I would love a reading. Yeah, of course, Con. It's nice to see you. I haven't seen you commenting in a while, so I'm not sure if you've been here, but like if you've been a silent watcher or if you haven't. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Connor. I definitely put up a question if you have one. I'm gonna be here for like probably another 10 minutes. So here for 29 minutes right now. So I'm gonna be here until 11:41-ish, and then I'll leave. So if you have a question, put it down and then put it up on the comment thing, and then I'll do a reading. But yeah, put down your question if you would like. If anybody else has a question, please feel free to put it in the comment section. I'll do that, and then that's gonna be that. But I'm gonna do something while we wait. Okay. Nice to see you too. Yes, I have been taking a break out of the internet. Oh, that's good for you. That's really good. My question is about if she is the right one for me in a long-term relationship or life partner. I definitely, before I even pull the card, they're saying don't look too much into the future. Enjoy the moment. But let's see. Life partner. Yes. Take it slow. Prince of Pentacles. This is about being in the moment, being grounded, rather than looking too much into the future. Enjoy the moment. So they're not telling me if she is your life partner, if she is the right person for a long-term relationship, but they're saying be grounded, be in the present moment, enjoy the it's a relationship. It's like between two people, right? It's not like a thing of like, okay, yes or no. Like it's not like that. We're human beings and we want to live in the moment. That's the biggest message. That's the message that we get from our guides, is like live every day in the present, be grounded, take one step at a time. So yeah. So is she your life partner or long-term relationship partner thing? She could be, but the guides are saying don't think so much about your future, or like is she gonna be the forever person? That's gonna put so the guide's saying that's gonna put a lot of pressure on your relationship. Actually, the more you think about it that way, it becomes like there's a lot of pressure. Like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, because maybe she is, but maybe she isn't, and maybe you'll meet somebody else. But then if you're like, but this person's supposed to be the life partner, then you're limiting yourself. You're limiting your experience as a human being on this planet. You have a body and a soul and they're saying you have a body and you have emotions for a reason. You want to live that moment. Thanks, you're right. I should focus on the present. And yes, I have been stressed about it. Okay, so that's why they're saying like you're putting pressure on yourself by thinking about it that way. So enjoy the step by step, because this is a very Prince of Pentacles is somebody who is a very steady, grounded, present kind of character, and that's what you want to embody. Both of you want to embody, but especially you, because this is a male. And yeah, so they're saying like be grounded, enjoy every second, enjoy the moment, this moment with her. So that's what we get for you. Hello, so sorry, haven't been here for 2 weeks. Hope you are doing well. Nice to see you, CJ. Yeah, I know, but you know what, I'm so grateful because I noticed that you watch the replay anyway, even if you don't catch the actual thing. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. It's so nice of you to join us. But yeah, does anybody else need a reading? If not, I'm gonna be going soon. But yeah, I'm so grateful for anybody who joins. I really want to see like where this is gonna go. Would you perform a self-reading in a live stream? One for you. Yeah, sure, of course. Okay, what should we do? Oh, okay. Sorry, Connor. I'm gonna prioritize other people first because I want to serve. That's why I'm here. So, I'm gonna do one for me when there's no other. Okay, I'm gonna do the one for me before I leave. Okay, that's gonna be my promise to you. I'm gonna do one for myself before I leave. My question: there's a lot of things I want to spend my money on for learning: tarot course, nutrition course, dermatologist, etc., but money is tight. Any advice on or money guidance that money guides have for me? Okay, money. They're saying prosperity. They're talking about prosperity. You have everything you need. Money will come to you if you. Yeah, oh my goodness, it's like Prince of Wands. Okay, so they're saying follow your passions. Whatever's standing out to you in that list, just do it. And like, okay, so they're saying, okay, so they're talking about money is tight, is a mindset. It's a mindset. Yes, go for it. Okay, so 3 of Wands is like go, but also like, because they're not telling, like, the thing is, when I read your question, when I read your paragraph, I felt like, I know that you're saying money is tight, but I feel like money will come to you naturally if you just trust that it's going to come to you. It's that, law of attraction thing where like, and I have so much passion to talk about this because, and it's so interesting because I have the same thing. I have the same issue. Okay, I tend to feel like, oh my god, money's tight. How am I gonna live? What am I gonna do? But like, and I feel like this is a message even for myself, and that's really interesting that Connor mentioned, like, why don't I give a reading to myself? And then now I'm like, eyes are talking to me as well. And I feel like Silly Rabbit and I have this in common where like, my guides are saying, yeah, it's a money mindset thing. It's a money mindset thing. Money will come to you if you trust. If you just trust that it's gonna come to you anyway, it will come to you. Message on money mindset. Yeah. Okay, so yes, justice is about if you put in something, you'll get something back. That's justice. That's the balance, the balancing scale. So when you put your passion into whatever, so that you have that list of, okay, dermatologist or tarot reading or nutrition course, whatever. Firstly, just pick any of them. Like if you feel like, oh, this is the one, just do it. And then like, once you're focusing on that thing, okay, so they're saying you're good at focusing, actually. Like you are really, Silly Rabbit, you're really good at like making lists and deciding, okay, this is the priority, and then this is the second, this is the third. So like, literally write it down, like, 1, dermatology, 2, tarot reading, 3, nutrition, or whatever. And then the one that's standing out to you, just do it. And then money will just pour in, and you never know like where money can come from. Like, I know that you're a therapist, and that that's probably your main income. If tell me if that's incorrect, but I feel like it will just like work out. Like, don't overthink it. It'll be fine. Like, literally, don't think too much. Okay, so CJ, is there anything for me tonight? It's my mom's death anniversary today. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Well, she is with you, regardless of if she has a body or not. She is with you. That's the first message I get, even before I pull a card. She is with you all the time. She's watching over you. She's protecting you. Thank you. I'm glad that helps. And what's interesting is, like, that's exactly what I needed to hear with money. Money is, it's abundance. Money isn't, it is an object. Money is an object, but we're always protected, We always have guides watching over us. Yeah, sending you love, CJ. Okay, any message for CJ tonight? Oh, this is a memory card. This is like 6 of Cups is like innocence and memories, and like, it's like, okay, so they're saying think about the great memories and amazing memories you had with your mom. That's what she wants you to think about. She doesn't want you to be sad. She doesn't want you to, think about what should have happened, could have happened, or anything like that. She just wants you to focus on the good memories, happy memories you had with her. So that's a message for tonight that you have. Because she's thinking about it. She's thinking about the amazing memories that she had with you, you know. And I'm only channeling, so I don't know the specifics because I have to be detached and stuff. But yeah, she wants you to focus on the good memories, you know. So that's the message you got for your mother. Thanks, Connor. Thanks for the cute hands and the cute face. Yeah, so that's what we have for today. How great is this? But thank you so much. Yeah, of course, Silly Rabbit. Thank you for coming. I'm so glad to have met you. I know that we met through Lauren's YouTube, right? So I'm so glad to have met you. And yeah, you're welcome, CJ. I'm so glad to have met all of you. You know, this is a tribe, and this is a contract that we must have had before we came here. Even if we're not meeting like physically, like face to face, this is a way that that we can help each other. And you know, you guys are helping me, because I don't know if I would have ever, I can't imagine not having you guys now. You know, you guys are like family to me. Like I can't, I'm just so grateful to have you. So thank you so much. And oh yeah, Connor said about why don't I pull the card for myself. Let's give myself a reading, but just as a disclaimer, like, because it's me, it's very difficult to be detached. So maybe I'll just read it the way I want to read it. But what do my guides have for us? Well, we will do a YouTube video one day together. Yeah, of course. If you ever start a YouTube channel, if I ever start a YouTube channel, yeah, do it. You could be like, I don't know, empath thing. Like if you could talk about like I don't know, navigating therapy as an empath or something like that. That's on my list. Great. Yeah, of course, do it. You should. And you know, like, because it's YouTube, you know, it's not like a job, so you could just do it whenever you're free, you know. But okay, what message do my guides have for me? Ta-da! Okay, so they're saying, I feel like, okay, because this is a disclaimer, I'm not. It's very, very hard for me to be impartial to my own reading, because I want to, you know, get the message that I want to get. But Prince of Cups, somebody who follows their heart. So they're saying they're telling me to follow my heart, even if it doesn't make any sense logically. Just do whatever it is that I want to do, even like basically somebody, you know, Prince of Cups is somebody who dreams, and he follows his heart, he follows his dreams. He doesn't follow logic, he doesn't follow the common sense of whatever, you know, what other people tell us what we need to do or whatever like that. Like, he literally just follows his heart. He follows his intuition, and they're telling me to do that. And that really resonates with me. I don't want to get into specifics because it kind of has other people, you know, other people involved in these specifics. But yeah, it's just really interesting how our guides talk about these cards. Okay, the word self-love is coming up in my head. Oh, thank you so much. I feel like you're right, actually. I feel like you're right, because yeah, I have been kind of sacrificing my own happiness for the happiness of others. So, but I think a lot of us are like that, though. I think we're all like that. I think everybody who joins these lives is like that in a way, because I don't know. But thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, Silly Rabbit, for all your guidance. Like, literally, all of you. But like today, I feel like Silly Rabbit's given us so much guidance. You know, like as somebody who works in that kind of therapy field, you could do so much as a YouTuber in the future. You know, if you ever feel like doing, like, starting one, you know, you could do so much, you know, because you're already in that field, you know. Prince of Cups is like the Knight of Cups. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So self-love is usually means romance. Offer yourself a cup. Thank you so much for your reading, Silly Rabbit. I'm so grateful you gave me a reading. Like, I usually give other people readings, but it's hard for me to give myself a reading. So since it was for you, yeah, thank you so much. I think you're right. I think I do need to give myself self-love. Yeah, so I think we're coming to the end of these lives. So say thank you so much for joining. And next week is the 14th, right? So it should be fine. I should be able to come on. But if anything happens, I'm gonna put a message in the community tab so you guys will know. So do something nice for yourself. I will. Thank you, Silly Rabbit. I will. What should I do? Maybe I don't know. I'll think about it. But yeah, thank you so much. Happy full moon, everyone. I think it's today or tomorrow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's coming up today or tomorrow. So happy full moon. Yeah, I feel like full moon is a good time, right? To like get rid of like old things that we've been kind of attached to and like cleansing. Maybe I'll just take a hot bath and like literally that could be my self-care to get rid of all the stuff that I've carried for the month, maybe. So thank you so much. Full moon is about releasing. Yes, releasing, I think, or completion maybe. And yeah, completion and releasing. I'm pretty sure that's kind of like the theme of full moons. And yeah, it's a full moon it's Pisces right now, so it's going to be in Virgo. So full moon in Virgo, right? Actually, Eureka, what would you like to do? Top three things. I would like to take a bath. And other two things. Okay, take a bath. Maybe just go to the park. Get into nature. And that's really it. I feel like it's kind of fitting since it's full moon in Virgo. So it's about health, grounding. So also Virgo is about work, doing the little things. Something about health. I already said it maybe. Health. Yeah, so top three things. 1, take a bath. 2, want to go to the park. Just walk in the park. And 3, spontaneous and fun. Okay, spontaneous and fun. Let's pull cards. Spontaneous and fun. Okay, so devil. So something that's like probably not good for me, but just do it anyway, kind of thing. And okay, the first thing that came to my mind is just eat ramen. Eating ramen is not good for your health, but I love it. And this card is like reminds me of eating ramen because it's an addiction to me. Or it's something that's not good for me, but I love doing. So eating ramen. Yes, do something just for the sake of pleasure. Yes, that's what it is. Something different. Yes, eating ramen. Maybe, yeah, I'll do that today. Thank you so much, everybody, and thank you for advice. I love the whole like laughing emojis. Thank you, Silly Rabbit, for you're so nice. I was gonna say you're so kind, and then I also tried to say nice at the same time, so I said signed. I don't know why, but yeah, you're so kind. And you're amazing, Silly Rabbit. Everyone's amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys probably next week around the same time. So take care and have a great week, and have a great week full moon. I thank my bunnies up in the sky. Oh yeah, you have your bunny in the sky. Oh gosh. Yeah, oh my gosh, I just remembered. Yeah, love you. Bye. Love you, everyone.